Welcome back to Module 10. This is Lesson 2, where we get into the heart of wireless networking. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk through the 802.11 family of Wi-Fi standards from the early days of 802.11a and b all the way up to the modern 802.11ax, and then look at how WLANs are actually structured. Let's dive in. So let's start with the family tree. IEEE 802.11 is the underlying Wi-Fi standard, and each amendment, those letters tacked on the end, added more speed and smarter features. 802.11 is what the Wi-Fi Alliance now calls Wi-Fi 4, running on 2.4 and 5 GHz. 802.11ac is Wi-Fi 5, 5 GHz only, and 802.11x, Wi-Fi 6, or 6E, when you include the 6 GHz band, is today's mainstream. The older A, B, and G standards are legacy. For the exam, lock in those modern names. With the standards sorted, let's look at how a wireless network is actually built. The simplest unit is a BSS, a basic service set, which is just one access point and the clients associated with it. The AP itself is identified by its BSSID, which is really just the MAC address of its radio, and the area it covers is called the BSA, the cell. Remember this one. A single BSS is the building block of every wireless network. Now, one AP rarely covers an entire office or building, so we scale up to an extended service set, or ESS. An ESS is simply multiple BSSs stitched together under the same SSID, the same network name, so clients can roam from one AP to the next without dropping their connection. Each AP is still its own BSS with its own BSSID, but to the user, it all feels like one network. The design tip worth remembering: aim for about 10 to 15% overlap between cells so that handoff stays smooth. Beyond BSS and ESS, there are a few special cases worth knowing for the exam. IBSS, or ad-hoc mode, is when clients talk directly to each other with no AP in the middle, rare these days. Mesh networks let APs link wirelessly to each other for backhaul, handy when you can't run cable everywhere. A repeater simply rebroadcasts the signal to stretch coverage, and a workgroup bridge connects wired-only devices to the network over Wi-Fi. BSS and ESS are still the headliners, but recognize these when you see them. That wraps up our look at WLAN topologies. Next lesson, we shift from how wireless networks are structured to how the access points themselves operate, autonomous versus lightweight APs, and the CAPWAP protocol that ties lightweight APs to a wireless LAN controller. If this lesson helped, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. Catch you in Lesson 3.